Yo, what up, my homies? How's everybody doing tonight, if anyone's watching this? Yo, what's up, man? How do I say your name? Chaitiana Mandual? What's up, bro? I'm very bored right now, so I figured I'd live stream. I was trying to live stream with Sorry, I was trying to live stream with Ramel, but his ass fell asleep on me, so that's not happening. Ah! Whoa. Totally pulled that down. Whoops. Sorry. Call you, Chetu? I don't know how to pronounce that, man. Is it Chetu? That's how I would pronounce it, honestly. Sorry, man, I'm kind of stoned right now. There we go. Yeah, what's up, Jasmine? Chetu. Well, it's very nice to meet you, Chetu. And Jasmine, thanks for joining us. Dude, seriously, next time we come out to CG, I'm come to see you guys. I really miss you guys. Silent Bob in the house. What up, man? So what's up, guys? If you're just tuning in, I'm bored and we're just smoking weed. I just thought I'd see who's up at 2:05 in the morning Arizona time. And yeah, what can you say? That bull's cashed. Neighbor? Or are you in a neighboring state or something toxic? Where you at? So yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about my day. My day was pretty tight. I might be getting a promotion at work, which is really fucking cool. I'm really eligible for this promotion. I have experience in the promotion. Now, my company started out as Company A, and then we switched owners and changed our name to Company B. So when we got changed, basically I had that higher title, and it basically demoted back because we had to start from phase 1. But now there's an opening for that higher title that I had, and I might get it because I have experience, and I pretty much help them out when they need it, so that would be awesome. I'm really hoping so. What's up, Squeak? Sorry I do this so late. I was trying to do this earlier with Ramel, but that motherfucker made me go to Scottsdale, and he fell asleep on me. So I was like, fuck. I've been trying to get him to live stream for like 3 days now, and it's not happened. So I figured I'd just get a little high and talk to you guys and see who is up. But yeah, that's why I do this so late. I don't care. It's somewhere. I know people from, like, Germany and, like, Australia and shit. watch it. So, I mean, it's like, what? I don't even know what time it would be there. If you're Australia, what time is it? How old am I? I'm 24. I just turned 24 February 28th. Man, this bowl's cashed. And the weed is over there. I don't want to go grab it. Fuck it. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure I'll get it because, like, I already talked to that whole department today and was like, the only reason they didn't, like, apparently the only reason they didn't offer me it originally was because they thought I didn't want to change my original schedule. I have Fridays and Saturdays off, and they figured I wouldn't want to, it's 8:05 a.m. or p.m.? Oh, okay, p.m. No, that's not too bad, I guess. Oh, but, apparently the only reason they didn't want to give me this was because they didn't think I would want to change my days off, which is Friday and Saturday. But quite frankly, I don't give a shit. I want a little bit more cash in my pocket. I know that will help. So if I have to change my Friday and Saturday consecutive together days off, then so fucking be it. And yeah, it's 2:40 p.m. in India. That's awesome. What part of India are you from? Damn, that's fucking across the world. That's nuts. So yeah, I tried to go get P Fresh. Excuse me. No, I didn't. I tried to go get Ramel and do a live stream. He told me that he would be in Scottsdale, so I rode my bike over there, and the motherfucker wasn't there. And I was pissed. Well, I wasn't pissed, because I went over there for another reason, but I thought he was going to be there. So I get there, and he's not there. So I'm like, motherfucker. So I did what I needed to do. Got out of there. I bought a 40, and on my way, I had it on the bag, because I only have a bike. So I put my bag on my bike, or the bag on my handlebars of my bike, and I was riding, and I went off the curb, and I guess the like bounce of the bike made the 40 fall through the bag. Now that's not glass, but it's plastic, but like the way it hit, it broke the like cap, like a piece of the cap. So my beer started spraying everywhere, and I was like, fuck, and there was nothing I can do. And I couldn't, like, I was trying to cover it to, like, get it to stop, and I was just going to hold it until the pressure, like, came out. But it was just spraying everywhere. I was like, damn it. And then finally I just said, fuck it, and I took off the cap and and then I lost, like, half my 40. I was like, damn. And then I realized, like, fuck, if a cop sees me with this, like, I'm going to get an open container. So I just fucking chugged it. What was ever left in it. It was like a good 16 ounces. But I got home and got high. But yeah, I was at work for 8 hours today, and it sucked. Well, no, I guess it was a productive day. I can't say it sucked. But yeah, it's pretty tight. P Fresh still owes us that DMT hit. Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to be interested in the day I actually see him smoke DMT, because I can tell how nervous he is about it. And, yeah, I know he'll do it when he's ready, but he's a very nervous person when it comes to psychedelics. He hasn't done it in a while either. But DMT really interests him, so I know he'd do it at some point in time. I've tried to convince him to do ayahuasca, but yeah, so far I've had no luck doing that. So yeah, dude, I totally almost ate shit on my bike today when I was riding to work. I was riding. Alright, so I turned the corner and I was riding up this park, and I was looking at my phone and I was like trying to find like a good song, and fucking I didn't even notice like my bike because it's kind of like drifting, and I like went off the curb, and I like wasn't like prepared for it, so I totally almost fucking like ate shit. I grabbed my wheel and I was able to catch on, and I was like, whoa. But while we're on the subject, let me tell you guys a little quick story. I have half like this part of my face, about like right here to like right here, it's all metal. Reason being is because it's a year ago, not too like a year and like maybe a month. I was riding to work, the same place I work right now, and I was on my bike. Now, I don't know the proper way to explain this. Here, let me show you this. All right, so look, imagine this is a road, right? Here's the crosswalk. Now, the road goes like this. It's like a three-way, right? So you got right here and then another road right here, stoplights, right? And there's just buildings right here. So it's just a three-way, right? So I was on my bike and I was stopped at the intersection, and then the crosswalk light right here, like back here, turned on, so I rode my bike. Now there's no oncoming traffic coming this way, so I'm totally clear to just jump the bike lane and just continue on this path, right? So I turned onto the bike lane, and as I turned onto the bike lane, someone was skateboarding in the bike lane. Longboarding, I'm not going to say skateboarding, it was longboarding. In the bike lane, going the opposite direction of traffic, and we literally like connected face. Like he was looking down, and I literally turned into his face, like bam, top of his head, smashed into my face. And all I remember is turning, blackness, excruciating pain, complete numbness on the side of my face, and I was just like laying there, and then like I came to, and when the first thing I saw was this dude laying there holding his head like this, and I'm just like completely like dazed out, like what the fuck. And then this was on ASU campus, so all these ASU students like walked up and like surrounded us like, yo, you guys okay? And I was like, dude, I can't feel my fucking face. I was like, yo, what happened? And they're like, you guys ran into each other. Like, do you need me to call, like, somebody? And I was like, they're like, go to the medical center. Go to the medical center. And I was like, yo, I'm not a student here. So I just basically like got up, got back on my bike, and was like rode out. Now this dude didn't even really speak English. It was just some like Indian dude basically, and I just rode out, and I was like, fuck it. He was fine. Like, yeah, I just hit his head, but he smashed my fucking face. So I like rode. I stopped at a McDonald's, got some water, and then rode to work. And I was like expecting like, okay, this is gonna go away. And I just knew it was not okay, because I could feel like I just couldn't feel my face, and that's not right. The reason why I couldn't feel my face apparently was because like I had a nerve pinched between two broken bones right here, and like this part of my face was like fucking all broken. And so I get to work, and like everyone, like I'm like swollen, like everyone can see like, what the fuck happened? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, what happened to you? And I was like, dude, like I fucking ran into someone on the way to work. Like, I don't know. And I was like sat at my desk, and I was just like sitting there like, fuck. So I basically sat there, and I realized I can't fucking work. There's no way I'm gonna do an 8-hour shift with this shit. So I called my mom. I don't have a car, so I called my mom, and I was like, yo, Mom, look, I wouldn't call you and tell you this unless it was completely fucking serious. I'm in trouble. Like, I hurt my face. Like, I'm hurt, and I need you to take me to the hospital. And then she's like, what happened? Explain the same thing I explained to you guys. And then I was like, dude, I can't feel my face. Like, I'm just so dizzy, and like, this shit. So She's like, all right, well, I'm going to go there. So she lives like 30 minutes away, so she has to come pick me up. So I'm like sitting there, and I go up to my boss. I'm like, look, I am fucked. I can't work. Like, I have to go to the hospital. And he's like, no, I totally understand. It's fine. I'm going to find someone who is, I'm going to find someone to take you home. You have to, like, and I was like, okay. So he finds someone, and he's like, you're on a forced break. Take him home. And he's like, all right. So ex-coworker, no longer works with me, Chris, gives me a ride back to my place. And I, like, get home and, like, wait for my mom. And I basically, like, try to just sleep. I'm so fucking dizzy. I go to sleep, which is, I think, pretty bad. Because especially if you have a head injury, you don't want to go to sleep. But, yeah, that's what I did. So my mom finally gets there, takes me to the hospital. They take me in. Waiting. They come see me. I get an MRI, if that's the right thing. And they come back, and we're just, like, joking around about it and shit. And next thing you know, they come back and say, sorry, I'm just trying to catch myself. They come back and say, all right, so you shattered all this, and you have to go to an immediate surgery. And they're like, otherwise you could lose your eyesight. And I was like, what the fuck? In my right eye. And so we've, like, conversated back and forth. I was like, God damn it. And so we had to figure that all out. Now, I didn't have insurance at the time, and it was going to cost a lot of fucking money. And now I'm blind in my right eye. No, I'm not. Basically, like, I had to go through, like, all this shit and get, like, applied for, like access or whatever, and fucking how to do this all within a period of, like, a week after, or, like, 2 weeks. I had to do it for 2 weeks, because, like, after 2 weeks, I would have lost my eyesight, apparently. So, like, I had to do this within this week. During this whole week, I had broken bones in my face. I couldn't feel the side of my fucking face, and I was like, my entire fucking eye was like bloody red, like fucking red, like pot blood vessels and shit. So I got that shit done. Worked for a week. Went into surgery where they, like, took out all the bones and were, like, replaced it with stainless steel, and then got out of surgery and was like a swollen eye, like completely fucking swollen eye, like couldn't open it, just chilling. And then, like, got out of surgery. About 16 hours after surgery, I got released from the hospital. I immediately wanted to go back to work because I can't fucking afford to miss work. So did that and killed it at work that day, which I was really surprised. I was wearing an eye patch and shit, looking like Blackbeard the pirate. And yeah, and then it, like, calmed down, and then, like, my face was still so numb. I had a little bit more feeling back in it. It was more tingly. And then, yeah, I'm better now. And I have a bunch of metal on my face. And then I got bit by a fucking dog. I'm pretty accident prone. Pain loves me. Death wants me. Never gets me. Yeah, there's that one. I fell on a bike as a kid. That was my first, like, worst injury. Yo, throw your worst injury. I'd love to hear it. So I'm glad. Yeah, Jasmine, you did see my fucking... You know what I'm talking about, man. That shit was horrible, dude. I looked like Sloth from the Goonies. And it, like, seriously took so long. Like, after surgery, my eye was so bruised. Like, I had a bruise, like, that big, like, around my face. And it was so fucked up. If you go on my Instagram, you'll see it. You gotta scroll. You gotta go down that motherfucker, though. You'll find it. They prescribed me Percocet, but I don't like prescription pills. So I figured, why not sell them and just buy pot? And I did that, and cannabis helped way more, because they gave me Percocet at the hospital, and I just hated it, and I was like, and I had a whole bottle of it, so I literally went up to my coworkers, and I was like, yo, does anyone want Percocet? I'll sell you some. And someone's like, how much you got? And I was like, this much. And they're like, I'll give you this much. I was like, okay, I'll give me a quad. And yeah, that happened. Thank God I haven't had any other injuries. I've had minor falls. Like my hands right now are fucked because I fell. That was not too long ago. I should invest in a helmet. Let me see. I'm thinking, I don't know. I don't know if a helmet would really save me in that situation, though. Because turn the corner into face, helmet on my head. Yeah, I don't think I would have still been fucked up. The helmet went to hell. I need to wear a whole fucking face mask when I ride my bike. And Toxic asks, have you ever been in any fights? Dude, I have been in a lot of fights. I grew up on the res, and that's all we did was fight. I used to get jumped. All right, see, because so I am half white. My mom is white, and my dad is Native American. I was raised on the reservation, the Native American land, the Tohono O'odham Nation. Now, because I'm like, if you look at me, it's kind of, I mean, he could be Spanish, he could be Italian. You don't think immediately native. Well, when I had long hair, when I have long hair, I look more natives apparently. But when I had short hair, I look Mexican. But what I'm trying to say is because of that reason, I was the minority in the reservation. Growing up, I got my ass kicked a lot. I got picked on a lot. And fuck you, Squeak. And I had to fight back. So yeah, I got in a lot of fights because of that. But mainly the main reason I really learned to fight was because I used to be straight edge. And like being a teenager and being straight edge, you're like real rebellious, you're real proud of yourself, you're real egotistical. So like everyone hated me and my group of friends because we didn't smoke, drink, or do drugs. In case you're wondering what straight edge is, that's what it is. And everyone used to pick fights with us, and we used to beat the shit out of everyone. And that's pretty much where I learned to fight. But I haven't fought in years. I think fighting's stupid now, honestly. And yeah. No, but I'm in a good number of fights. I'll tell you a fight story. Alright. One of my favorite ones. Still got a scar from it somewhere. Oh, no. I think it's been covered by a tattoo. Yep, sure has. Oh, anyways, fight story. So, yes, that one. Alright, so it was in middle school. No, was I in middle school? No, I was in high school. I think I was about 9th grade. Maybe. Yeah, 9th grade. So I was in 9th grade, and there was this kid. His name was Nigel. And this was back when MySpace was hot, if you remember MySpace. This kid named Nigel had been talking shit. All right, basically on MySpace, you could add your school. Anyone who went to that school would add your school, and you can talk in a forum. Now, there was no moderators on the reservation high school, so everyone would talk shit to each other on there. And he started talking shit about me, and he was just saying like, oh, this and that, and I do have a dad tattoo. It's right there. But what am I trying to say? Oh yeah, he started talking shit to me, and I figured, okay, this dude's talking shit, and figured, all right, I'm gonna kick his ass. Now, I didn't go to the same school as him. I had got kicked out of this school for fighting, and I was at a different school, but I rode a bus that took me from that school to the other school and picked up other high schoolers and then dropped us all off at home. So I got on the bus, rode to that high school, got off the bus at the high school, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to go get picked up or whatever. And so I go over there, and I'm like chilling with homies and shit. Shout out to Woogs and Dylan, my best fucking friends in the fucking world. I was chilling with those guys, and I see that motherfucker, and he's chilling with this girl. Now, this dude's on the football team, big dude, and I'm fucking skinny. I've always been skinny, and So I walk up to him. I'm like, yo, dude, I want you to meet me off this fucking campus. I'm going to beat your ass. And then he's like, whatever. I was like, but I'm not fucking fighting you here. And we're going to go fight over fucking off the campus. So we go. I take off. I'm like, yo, chilling with them. And then, we're standing over there just clowning on this dude. He's standing there with his girlfriend. He's, stretching his arms. And, we're just, bagging on this. Look at this dumb motherfucker. I was kind of intimidated. I'm not going to lie. But I take off, leave campus. We walk off. I'm like, all right, I'm going to wait right here for him. We see him coming. He walks up, stands about 10 yards away, and points at me and says, next week at the carnival, buddy. Next week at the carnival, buddy. And, turns around and just starts walking back to the school. I'm like, what the motherfuck? Fuck that. I'm not going to wait to fight your ass. What is this fucking Mike Tyson fucking pay-per-view? Fuck that. So I run back to him, and I'm like, yo, fuck that, dude. I'll fight your ass right now. Which is stupid because he walked back into the school, so the whole purpose of me leaving school was irrelevant because I walked back into the school's property. And so I walk up, and then I walk up to him, shove him. I'm like, yada, 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 fuck you. I'll kick your ass right now. And it's teenage shit. And he turns around and he's like, yo, I said next week. I was like, yo, I don't give a fuck. And I push him again. And he's like, don't fucking touch me. And I'm like, make me do something. I pushed him. And then he swung at me and I ducked. So he just hit air. And then as he his arm pulled his momentum, so his body went down. And as his body went down, I delivered a fucking just fist to the face. Bam! And I just started bam, bam, bam. And I'm like, yo, I'm kicking this dude's ass. And then I try to throw him down and he overpowers me. And then we fall on this little hill and start rolling. And I'm weld him in the face the entire time. And then I get on top of him and start hitting him. And he grabs my arm and bites the shit out of me. Bites the mother... cannibalistic motherfucker. And I'm like, yo, stop fucking biting me. So my friend's like, yo, quit biting. And walks up and tries to act like he's gonna kick him. And then he stops biting me, grabs my hair and is pulling my fucking hair. And then I finally pull him off, get up and just start kicking the shit out of him. And alright, while this is all happening, there was a cross-country team, running out of the school because they're about to, go do their whatever. And they all stopped, oh, shit, a fight. And they all these kids, kind of, pot around. So, anyways, got up off this dude. I basically won. And dude's crying. He, basically started crying to his girlfriend, which is cool. Yeah, victory, victory. Now, this is where the story gets fucking serious. I'm about to drop the fucking hammer. I'm so glad I kicked this dude's ass because about 2 weeks later, this dude got caught up for molestation of a child. So I wish I delivered this fist a little fucking harder to that dude. Pedophile. That was about 2006. Around 2006. That was a good year. That high school was fucking crazy. Living on the res, Julian should know. He says he's native and the reservation is out of control. It's nuts and there's no joke. I remember one time, this is pretty funny. Now, if you've tuned into my live stream, if you heard my stories, I used to live on the res where it is completely barren. My res borders with Mexico. It's literally in the middle of nowhere. We have what we call villages, which is basically a community of houses in a certain maybe 3 mile square area. And there's house, maybe 400 yards over here is a house. And there's just desert everywhere. So our school's like that, just in the middle of the desert. And one time they started making us all wear uniforms, school uniforms, and everyone fucking hated it. So as a way to protest. All right, how do I explain this? It's really funny. High schoolers had to wear gray collared T-shirts and blue like khakis, and middle schoolers had to wear maroon collared shirts and like beige khakis. And everyone fucking hated it. Like, the teachers kept fucking with everyone because, like, oh, you don't have the right color khakis, you don't have this, and like it was just a whole fucking whirlwind of shit. Everyone fucking hated it. So anyways, one day they like gathered everyone who was supposedly wearing the right uniform, and they put them all in the cafeteria, and they had everyone who wasn't, like, basically come to the office, call their parents, and tell them to pick them up and take them home. And they were like basically like dropping the hammer on everyone. So anyways, I was in the group where they were like, you're wearing the right uniform, go to the cafeteria. Well, they didn't even tell us that. They were just like, go to the cafeteria, you guys stay here. And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm at the cafeteria. One of my other homies came with me. We're sitting there chilling. They were like, basically gave a speech like, good job. Like, we applaud you. Thank you guys for following conduct and wearing the right uniform and all this shit. And like you guys are leading by example, blah, 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 that teacher bullshit. And we're like, oh, okay, cool. So, yeah, we're going to go back to class, whatever. So we like, all right, go start the day. You guys have a good day at school. So we leave. And we see our like everyone piled up at the office, and we see our homies there. And we're like, yo, what's going on? They're like, yo, they're making us call our fucking parents. Like, we got to go home. And I was like, what? Why? And they're like, apparently we're not wearing the right uniform, so we got to leave. And I was like, whatever. So school security walks up. We're like, yo, what are you guys doing? Don't you guys need to be in class? We're like, yeah, we're walking there right now. And they're like, wait, your uniform. Like, like, oh, there's a logo right there. You have a logo. And I was like, okay. And then they're like, you need to call get in line. You need to call your parents. And I'm like, what are you talking about? We were just in the fucking cafeteria. They just gave us the whole fucking leading by example fucking speech. And they're like, no, like, get in line or whatever. And we're like, yo, what the fuck? Nah, so then now we were fucked. We couldn't go to class like security. We were just like, get in line. So we had to call our parents. So anyways, everyone as a protest, they started to walk out. Like, they started to leave the school. They're just like, basically, oh, no, the administration said that. They were like, people couldn't get a hold of their parents. So they were like, if you can't get a hold of your parents, just leave. Like, then you need to, like, just leave. You need to just walk home. Now, apparently that was misunderstood, what they said, because there's a village that is close by. So they were saying if you live in that village, go home, walk home. But everyone took that as, if we can't get a hold of our parents, we're just going to leave. So everyone started leaving, just walking out. It was basically like a protest. So anyways, I wasn't going to call my fucking parents, so I was like, fuck it, Leo, let's just walk out with everyone else. And we're like walking outside of school, middle of the desert, it was maybe like 60 kids. We're all walking, and there's like people walking with us and stuff. And cops come and basically, or like got called or whatever. So cops come, we see the cops, we dip out. Cop starts chasing us. We all take off just in the middle of the desert, start running.